Hey YouTube, I had some thoughts this morning, and I was going to do it live, but I figured a recorded video would be better, because that way I could stay on track. But something that stands out is for I'll give you a backstory. For all of my life, since I was like 5 or 6, I wanted to become a truck driver. And as life carries through, you know, those dreams got shattered. You know, my dad didn't want me to be a truck driver because he didn't want me to follow in his footsteps. He wanted me to better myself. That was his perception of trucking. And so I never went through with it, never geared myself towards it, you know, and eventually I struggled with different jobs. I became a welder, you know. I don't need to tell you the whole story, but eventually I wanted to get out of welding, and I thought, I'll be a school bus driver. Get my CDL, Class B, and it'd be like the closest thing, right? And it should kind of quell that, you know, it should kind of take care of that urge to be a truck driver, right? So, got my Class B CDL, which was a challenge for me. And and I got a job with Springfield Public Schools. And I was so thankful to have that job, because I wasn't like sweating in a factory anymore. It was so easy. It came naturally to me that I enjoyed it tremendously. So when I came to work every morning, I was just so thankful, and that's where I'm going with this. I was so thankful to have that job. I was so thankful for doing that job. Meanwhile, there'd be other drivers that came in just hating their jobs, their lives. They're very negative. They thought that the world was out to get them, you know. And here I am, all bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and smile. You know, I was that annoying, smiling guy. And of course, you know, the veteran bus driver's like, "Oh, he'll learn, right?" My job, one of the routes I had was some of the troubled kids that were kicked out of all the other schools. They put them all in one school. Every single bus driver on that route had problems with them except me. Those kids got along with me. I got along with them. My routes were always pleasant. My kids were always pleasant. Every now and then I'd have a troublemaker or two, but for the most part, I had it really good there. The only thing I didn't like was the money. That's a different story. And did it make the truck driving thing go away? No, it made it worse. But my perception of the job, I believe, is what helped me do that job a lot better. And I definitely had an easier time of things. Now you could say, well, Steve, if you had struggles, if you had challenges, would you have had that same perception? I think so, because I was so grateful to have that job, and that's where we come in. Gratitude is everything. Gratitude is what fuels life, if that makes sense. You know, when you wake up, be thankful that you woke up. When you have a warm truck, be thankful that it's running. Be thankful that it's warm. And even if a problem arises in the truck, you know, be thankful that you're dealing with the problem now and not later, and it'll give you some knowledge of what to look out for. And, you know, every mistake is a lesson. Every mistake, every challenge is a lesson for you to learn from. And it's all about perception. You know, the bus drivers that thought the kids were the enemy, they became the enemy. The bus drivers that saw the kids as human beings and were thankful for the good ones, they did well. It was kind of interesting to see that lesson in my life unfold, because I came from a very negative factory. I came from a very, you know, negative environment. And so I thought it was the environment, but what I learned, it's the people. And the people that let circumstances dictate their lives, they're the ones that suffer, myself included. I used to have the victim mentality big time. I used to be the guy that blamed everybody else for my problems. Once you can blame yourself and forgive yourself and change your perception that these are lessons that I've learned and now I can go forth through life with more wisdom, then guess what? Your life is going to turn around. And every struggle that you have, you're going to have friends that will help you, and you're going to have a better mindset. And if you're negative about everything all the time, your life's going to suck, plain and simple. If you think the world is out to get you, guess what? You're right. If you think that there's good in this world, if you think that there's good people, guess what? You're right. You know, what is that old Indian saying that, you know, there's two wolves inside of us, the positive and the negative. Which one's stronger? The one that you feed. And that's true. I've learned that through experience. I didn't read it in a book. I didn't have some, you know, revelation, you know, looking at a meme on Facebook. This is stuff that I've learned in real life. And when you're thankful for everything, including the bad stuff that's happened to you to teach you lessons, then guess what? You can go forth, you can prosper, and the universe will treat you better. If you go with the flow, if you go out of your way to be good to yourself and to your fellow man, good things will happen to you. The law of attraction is real, you know, and gratitude is what changes your perception. And it's all about perception. Perception is reality. And when you change your perception, you change your reality. And, you know, am I positive all the time? No. Does bad stuff happen to me? Yes. But you know what? How you handle the bad things, that's what dictates your life. That's what helps us get through is how you perceive that problem and how do you conquer that problem. You know, and that is where perception comes in. That's where gratitude comes in. You know, if my truck breaks down in a parking lot, I have gratitude that it didn't happen on the side of the interstate. If you know, I have a big huge repair, I'm thankful that I got the means to pay for it. If there's a question I need to ask because I'm having a problem, I'm thankful for the people that are willing to help me. You know, and right now I'm sitting in a good place. There are people that look at my life and say, you know what, Steve, you ain't crap. You are nowhere. You're on the bottom totem pole of trucking, you know, that kind of thing, right? Then there are people that watch my videos, that watch me and watch what I have and want the same thing. So what's the difference between the two persons? Perception, right? You can, you know, 4 years ago, I wouldn't have dreamed of owning my own truck, my own trailer, and being signed to a small company that allows me the freedom to do what I do. And there are people that are watching this video right now that would kill to have what I have. And so I'm thankful every day that I have that. And the day that I forget how good I have it, that's when I slack. That's when I'm a slacker. That's when I struggle. That's when I'm going to need help, right? So when I wake up in the morning, I have this attitude of gratitude. I'm thankful for everything I have. That way, I appreciate it more. And my reality changes daily because of that. So if you're watching this and you hate me for this video, if you hate the message that I'm telling you, then look at your own life and see what negative elements are creating that thought process. And if you don't like me, it doesn't bother me. And I'm thankful for you because it teaches me, okay, what aspects of me do people not like? Let me see if there's something that I can change, not because I want to be liked by people, but because I don't want to put out negative energy. And if you're watching my message here today and you're inspired, then take this inspiration and just go, man. Just go for it. If you're thinking about buying a truck or getting into the owner-operator game, do it smart, plan, be patient, you know, and find the right partner and the right tools to get you going. if you have troubles with money, with credit, or you work for a crappy company, you know, make the changes that will make that different, you know, and be thankful for things that you do have, and try to change the things that you don't necessarily want in your life. But anyways, I'm thankful for this rest area. I mean, this is a huge rest area. I love this rest area. I'm thankful for this morning walk, and I just was inspired because it all started with, you know, the school bus job that I had. That was when I really started to read people, and the more negative ones had more trouble with their routes and their students and their buses, and the ones that were positive, that enjoyed being there, guess what? They did well. I did well. The only thing I didn't get was enough money, or else I'd still be doing that job probably. Anyways, take this message for what it's worth. Hit the thumbs up if you like it. Hit like and subscribe, all that jazz, all that YouTube stuff that creates the algorithms. And if you don't like it, hit the thumbs down twice. And you know, you got to look inside yourself and see, are you grateful for what you have? Because if so, you're going to get more. That's just how it works. That's by experience. I didn't read it in a book. That's what it is. So thanks for watching, and be safe out there, and take care of each other. All right.